Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, like, subscribe, I know you wanna. So someone captured Eugenia Cooney recently walking through an airport. People were debating whether this was true or not, and they were trying to debunk if it was an old photo of Eugenia in a similar outfit. Turns out this was in fact Eugenia Cooney, as she was spotted in Disneyland, and fans were getting videos and photos of her. As you can see, Gina is out and about and doing her thing. I think it was personally good that she took some photos with fans, as it shows to everyone that she is alive. This is the first time we have actually had any confirmation that she is alive since her disappearance from social media due to being demonetized. I still don't to this day understand why she didn't do this sooner and it's taken her this long to do so. Like, just take a selfie and post it on Instagram or something. That's really not that difficult. She still has a YouTube channel, of course. She still has Twitch that she can stream on and make money on if she wants to. I'm sure she has many other ways to make money, but for some reason TikTok seems to be the be and end all for her, and I don't really know why. The only thing I can think of is maybe she makes the most money off TikTok by quite a big margin, so that's probably why. If she can't do TikTok, she's not bothered about doing anything at all. But you know, her YouTube videos still get a lot of views. Like, that's still quite a lot of money she can be making doing vlogs and stuff. But like the conspiracy that I kind of already spoken about before, she's been demonetized on TikTok. She will probably be demonetized on YouTube and Twitch and everything else as well, because the new laws that came out are for all social media platforms, not just TikTok. So for her looking really unhealthy, and some people have alleged that YouTube is even more strict than TikTok, so we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously, Eugenia Cooney's never going to say. I wouldn't be surprised if she's been demonetized off YouTube as well as Twitch and everything. Now, if I'm really honest with you guys, I actually think she looks worse than ever. She looks like how she did in her very last live stream. She doesn't look like she's gotten any healthier whatsoever. Some of us hope she may have used this time to go and seek treatment, or at least make some efforts to get healthier, but nope, still at her mum's, still wasting away. Overall, just very sad still. Like I've said before, she'll never get her TikTok account back at this rate. They will not allow her to come back looking the way she does. She literally is just a walking skeleton. And by the way, talking of that, so one of the fans who met Eugenia Cooney at Disneyland couldn't help but notice that her screensaver was Jack the Skeleton off Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, Eugenia Cooney has always had like a bit of an obsession with Jack the Skeleton. She has figurines of him in her room that she used to go live and stuff with, so she's always had a bit of obsession with Jack the Skeleton, and some people have even theorized that Jack the Skeleton's like her like sick inspo for being the way she is, or keeps her as sick as she does because she wants to look like him, or be his wife like in another universe, even though she's 31 years old, but you know, she's got that malnourished brain, so it's still going, maybe, who knows. So I thought I would just share that with you guys quickly, as I did notice that. I did notice people talking about that quite a lot on TikTok. Now, in the airport, as you can see, she is still with her mum, so she's still clearly living at her mum's. Nothing's changed there. As we know with her mum Deb, there's a lot of conspiracies and speculation surrounding their relationship. People think she is potentially controlling her and keeping her dependent on her and living with her at her home. This is what the conspiracies say. I must confess, recently I found some clips which I did share on a video, but that was like a month ago now. Not all of you guys may have seen it, but there's an old clip from when Eugenia Cooney was a teenager where she was talking about her relationship with her family, and one of the things she said about her mum was just a bit strange, and people picked up, even on some of the clips that I shared online, people were commenting on my videos saying that's such a weird joke to make about your mum. So in the clip, Eugenia Cooney joked that her mum had a weird relationship with a dog and it was like bestiality, which is a really weird thing to say. Here's the clip right here for you guys.
I've kind of realized that all of my family is kind of crazy too, in their own ways, that I just figured I would talk about some of the ways in which they are crazy today. My dad doesn't tend to ever remember my birthday or my brother's birthday, or basically any birthdays or things like that, I guess. I think he knows my mom's birthday, let's hope so. Then my mom, my crazy mom, she's cool though. She always sings to the dog, and she makes up like her own songs. And she sings this song to him over and over again. It's a song that she totally came up with on her own. I don't know if it's some kind of like weird like bestiality kind of song. Let's hope not. Bestiality is not a good thing. At least I don't think it's a good thing, because I like animals, so I don't encourage bestiality. My brother is 17 years old. I know a lot of people like Disney, but he's like obsessed with Disney. We go to Disney World kind of a lot because he always just like begging to go to Disney World and stuff like that. He actually goes around and meets like all the characters, and he gets so excited over it. I'm kind of convinced he does think they're real. At least he doesn't like Frozen, because Frozen is incredibly annoying. I guess my grandma also has her little Disney fan site as well, because she is obsessed with Hannah Montana. Not Miley Cyrus, but Hannah Montana. Way back in the day when Miley was totally different and she was Hannah Montana and she was going on her best of both worlds thing, my grandma wanted to go to that tour so badly. She actually cried when my mom wouldn't buy her a Hannah Montana ticket. actually don't even know most of my family members. I really only know like my immediate family, like my parents and my grandma for the most part, and my brother. I don't know if my grandma still does do this or not, because I would assume you get in some major trouble. She would just call the police or the fire department, and she would just ask them totally pointless questions that she was curious on that really were not at all emergencies, like how the weather forecast is going to be, or she would ask them directions on how to get to a certain place in the town. My mom will always start doing all these weird stretches, like she's like, and she always makes the most weird faces, and I always think she's just trying to annoy me, but she says she's not. So, as you guys can see, now you know why I'm crazy.
You know, like, overall it's just a bit disturbing to joke about this, about your mum, and it may kind of allege to how weird Eugenia Cooney's childhood was, like, which would explain her condition and give us a little insight into her family life. And furthermore, another clip that I found literally a few days ago was there was this big trend going around on YouTube like 10-15 years ago, and if you was there, you was there, but it's a really big thing that literally every YouTuber done, they went and drawed their life. It's like the Draw Your Life challenge, stuff like that, and every YouTuber was doing it, and they would literally like do like some little stick figures, unless you're really good at drawing, you do something more elaborate and fancy, but you literally go from like your childhood and draw all the way up until now. So Eugenia Cooney went and done this, and there's some weird things that Eugenia Cooney put on Draw Your Life. Here's a clip right here for you guys.
Teachers would also do weird things to try to make the students calm down, like putting our hands together, which they called hooking up. I also had a guidance counselor tell me he wants to be a father to me. So weird and creepy. My mom and I have always been very close. She is amazing. She really enjoys gardening. One time, she got bit by a tick and ended up with Lyme disease, which she is still in pain with sometimes. Another time, while taking out the trash, she tripped and broke her foot. Ouch, that sucks. My dad is always busy working in New York City.
As you can probably see, she was joking about incest when talking about her mum. Another really weird thing to put on the internet about your mother, like what? Now this could just be Eugenia Cooney's sense of humour, but sometimes when you constantly joke about something, it's because there's some element of truth to it. So all these weird things about her mum, just it looks more and more suspicious the more and more she talks about it. Now don't get me wrong, this is probably just Eugenia Cooney's weird sense of humour, and it's not that deep, but given Eugenia Cooney's strange situation and being allegedly controlled and trapped by her mum, it would not surprise me, honestly. But I think it's clear overall there is something odd going on here. Overall, her mum is actually a very odd character. She is very strange on camera, and if I'm honest, I would never really think of it usually. Like, I'm an eccentric person myself, I'm weird, like, you know, it's not really, there's a lot of people who are weird, okay? And perhaps she's just neurodivergent, like I'm neurodivergent, that, you know, that's like part of the reason why I'm so weird, but whatever. And also, don't forget, Eugenia Cooney's brother is autistic, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but usually neurodivergence does have hereditary elements. Quite often there's like, you know, if you look back in the family tree, there's like evidence of people being neurodivergent. It's just usually a hereditary thing. So, you know, that could explain her mum's eccentric behaviour. But given the strangeness of the situation overall and how her mum acts and all the rumours of her controlling Eugenia and enabling her condition, makes you more suspicious of these jokes, at least for me. I do think she had a strange upbringing, and it plays a factor into what's going on now regardless of what rumours are true or not. That's just something I wanted to add onto this video because I've seen it recently, and sometimes I get loads of little bits of information but I can't really do a whole video about like one little thing. So sometimes I'll just like throw a few little bits into one video for you guys. So aren't you guys lucky, getting like 2 in 1 for this video? But yes, overall Eugenia Cooney is alive and she's walking around doing her thing, you know, barely, but whatever. So it's very clear that Eugenia Cooney is just choosing not to go live, and she just chose all this time to ignore fans and not let anyone know that she's okay. I've noticed some people online talking about the situation be like, oh, it's so nice that Eugenia Cooney's like let us all know by taking some photos of fans and stuff that she's still alive and well. No, she's doing it. The fan went up to her and asked her for a photo. That's why she done it. She wouldn't have chosen to do it otherwise, guys. It's because of the fans that got a photo with her that are shown online. It's not because of Eugenia Cooney. She can easily make a photo on her own Instagram. That's a far bigger audience than these fans do. So, you know, I'm still personally not impressed with it, but at least we know, we have confirmation that she is alive. She's, you know, walking around Disneyland and stuff like that. So it puts all the rumours of her passing away to bed now. So that's something. But anyway, guys, let me know down below what do you guys think of all of this mess. I want to hear from you guys. Let's have a kiki, let's have a chit chat, and that's everything for this video, guys. So like and subscribe to my channel for more of me. I know you want to, baby. Hit the bell notification to be notified and pop up on your screen with a new video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.